Hello, good morning, children. So now I'm going to take you to a new topic because we have started with the first topic, the diagrams, right? Now we are going to go to another topic, which is a very interesting topic. So I want to give you a little change in your learning. So I'm going to go to chapter number 9. Chapter number 9 is hereditary and evolution. So now we have to know two words, the meaning for these two words, hereditary and evolution. See, already in your previous classes, you might have studied about reproduction. Reproduction is nothing but producing young ones of the same type. For example, a dog give birth to dog, a cat give birth to cat. This is called reproduction. But why I am telling this example to you is the dog give birth to a dog. That means certain thing characters are passed from parents to the offspring. That's why the dog is again reproduces another dog. This property we call as hereditary. That is, all these characters from parents are coming to the young ones. This is called hereditary. The next word is called evolution. Before evolution, there is one word which I would like to introduce called variation. See, if a dog lays, give birth to, say, for example, five puppies, is all five puppies are alike? No. One may be black, one may be white, one may be brown, black and brown, and white and brown. So, but all these five puppies belongs to the same parent. So we call this as variations. So there are 2 points. It is not only the characters are passed, it is also get mixed differently, so produces new individuals with the different characters. That is called variation. So now I am going to introduce a branch of biology called study about hereditary and variation is called genetics. Study about hereditary and variation is called genetics. And in your heading of the lesson, a word evolution has come. Evolution is the formation of species, the organisms, the plants, how it formed. We know that all animals came from the microorganisms, then protozoa, porifera, coelenterata. In lower classes, you might have studied how these organisms are evolved. So the evolution is a very, very new topic to you, which we are going to deal in this lesson. So this is an introduction which I am giving. Now I am going to take you a topic about monohybrid cross, which is otherwise called as inheritance of one gene. So using one gene, how the characters are passed. This experiment was done by John Gregor Mendel that we are going to see, and I'm going to show it with the. We don't have a board now, which is not possible in this online class. So I'm going to take you with the paper. Okay, get ready and follow this very slowly. I'm taking, so it's easy for you to learn. Bye, children. See, he is called John Gregor Mendel in the year 1856 to 1863. All his research work was released during this, and this we call it as law of inheritance. His findings are called law of inheritance. And how he did the experiment, I said he is a father and he was a priest in a church, and he was maintaining his home garden by which he used to plant lot of pea plants, pea seeds. by which he find out something unique, something new by his observation. And basically he is a math teacher, a nature lover. Because of these two characters, being a math teacher and a nature lover, we got a new branch called genetics. He used maths as well as his science knowledge and made one subject. Very first time he used maths in the science. So that is what this subject is very unique. And how he did, no? He did some experiments. He did some experiments using these pea plants, and how he did is self-pollination. Continuous self-pollination, and by artificial method. Because he want result, so he used artificial method by mixing various pollen grains. And he selected a pea plant, and he selected 14 varieties. Of which he selected 7 traits. Traits are nothing but characters. And what are the traits he has selected? He has selected 1 from the stem, 2, 3 from flower, 4 and 5 from the pod, 6 and 7 from a seed. So 1 from a stem, the 2 traits from flowers, 2 from pod and 2 from, and what are the, he has selected the height of the plant, the stem height. And flower he has selected whether it is a violet flower or white flower. And in the flower he has also selected the other characters like the presence, position, whether it is in the axial or a terminal. Then pod. In both he has selected position and color. This is color, this is position. Here also he has selected color, position. And seed, color, shape. Color and shape. So, if you see the color of the pod, green color, yellow color. Color of the seed, yellow and green is opposite. And pod, inflated, bulged, constricted pod. Seed, round seed or wrinkled. These are the 7 characters he has selected to do the research. So what he did actually is, what is this trait? We will see what is a trait means. Trait is a character. So what he has selected, suppose we see the height. Height is a trait. And how this height is measured in a plant? Some plants he has seen tall, some are dwarf, very short and tall. So these are the 2 characters of one trait. So he called this character, expression of the character as called allele. So for every character, how many alleles? 2 alleles. So for every character, there are two alleles. The height has two alleles called tall and dwarf. Like that, we have seen various alleles in the same topic. You see height, tall, dwarf. Like a flower color, violet and white, axial, terminal, green, yellow, inflated, constricted, round, wrinkled, yellow, green. These are the alleles of this particular character. So he use the name allele. Alleles are the names. What he did is he has identified true parents by lot of research. So he used a variety of experiments by which he find out the true parents. So the first research he did was on the height, and how he denoted using his mathematics. He found out when he crossed a tall plant with the dwarf plant, a purely dwarf plant. In the first generation, he found all tall plants. So he want to know why this particular character is not expressed in this first generation. First generation, he called it as first filial. That's why it's called F1 generation. All are tall. Then what he did is he has taken this plant. So this is purely tall, this is purely dwarf, and he called this plant as a hybrid. Then he crossed the hybrids, another hybrid. Then he found out the result in the next generation. 3 tall plants is to 1 dwarf plant. So he found out this. Then using this, he came to know certain characters are passed from parents from one generation to the next generation. Certain characters are not coming out in one generation, but whereas the same character is here, what is missing? This dwarf is missing here, but again the dwarf is coming out. So he said, then this character is passing from generation to generation, and that he call it as law of inheritance. Inheritance is a characters are passed from one generation to the other generation. So this is about the introduction. Now we will move on to inheritance by one gene. Inheritance by one gene, which we are going to see in the next video. Just go through this basics, and it's an introduction. Then immediately followed by this, I am going to take the next topic, this one. Thank you, children. Thank you.